Before you did the movie, did you read Billie Holiday's book, Lady Sings the Blues?
Yeah, of course I did.
Great book.
Yeah, because it's entertaining as hell.
It's a great sense of humor. And then the second question, your voice is so unique and so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, I know you said you're influenced by a lot of people, but a lot of times instrumentalists don't even find their own voices. When I hear your voice, I know it's your voice.
Wow.
So how did you find your own voice?
Well, first of all, I love you. Thank you. That's a really great question. Really great. What is this, my issue with R's lately? I'm just turning into a child as I go. I'm a great. What is happening? Okay. Come on, sis. Sit down in there. No, that's a great question. So the reason Billie Holiday meant so much to me, and you're right, musicians, it's hard for them to find their voice, right? So as I sit here and I think about Miles and Coltrane, Mingus and Monk and, all of these incredible musicians, I'm like, yeah, they were able to carve out a sound and a style, and Charlie Parker, But Billie Holiday is who actually helped me, not just find my voice, but accept my voice. That was the hardest part for me. Because I really had an issue when I was young. I was like, oh, I want to be able to belt super high, and I want to be able to do all these pretty runs and and have this real pretty, yummy, so I really struggled with the brass. I have a very brassy voice, you know what I mean? And I was just like, same feeling. Who gonna listen to this? It's ugly, but I like doing it. You know what I mean? But it was Billie. So she has a quote. I wish I have it somewhere in my phone. And it's actually an audio clip. It's audio recording. And she says that her voice is her voice. And she was like, yeah, my voice is my voice. It goes up a little bit, comes down a little bit. She just says it goes up, it comes down. And it doesn't do too much. It just does what it does. But that's my voice. You either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. And so I loved her so much, but it changed me because it made me, for the first time, not want to sound like her. There were other singers I wanted to sound like.
Yeah.
It made me go, oh, I just need to. She helped me to accept my own voice and to explore within the realm of my voice and expand, and to not be afraid of all the different pockets and the places that it goes, and stretch in the places that it might struggle a little more. So that's why she was so important to me, and playing this role was scary because she means the world to me, because she really helped me sit in my own voice. So that's a great question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that is a great question, and that to me speaks to the way this album sounds.
Thank you.
Because it sounds like you, the way you want to sound, which is a whole lot of variations.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, and you're comfortable in it. You're not chasing, you're not trying to find it. You're like, no, this is me, and I'm comfortable in this.
Yeah.
That's what the album sounds like to me.
That's
it's assured. The vocal sounds very assured.
Wow. Oh, that's actually really great to know.
Yeah.
Because it is scary. I think as a singer, you're like, people know me singing like this.
Yes.
But no singer I know just can only do one thing.
Right.
Most of us can emulate other singers very well. We can do, so I think it's just about, what do you like? You know what I mean? It's not wrong because it just sounds different. It's just different. Like, painters can take on all these different identities and do these amazing things.
Yep.
Singers are just, they're painters with their voice. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I think you transition too, because you think about when you start, your influences become almost the way that you sing is based on your influences.
Right. Yes.
But then at a certain point, you then take all of that and synthesize it into what your voice is.
Mm-hmm,
and that's, to me, is what this album really sounds like.
Wow.
It just sounds like your voice. We're hearing you for the first time, in a way.
Yes.
Which is
you kind of are a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Fully.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
She had her hand up for a while over here.
Okay,
Hi. Hey, come on, Shanna, I'm a Virgo. Give it up for the Virgos in the house.
My question is, as a woman in this industry and experiencing such tough emotions, how do you pick yourself up and channel that into your music?
That's a really great, and I feel your spirit, sis, because it weighs, you know what I'm saying? It can weigh, oh my goodness, on everything, your self-image, and it's just like, I think we live in this conundrum of damned if we do, damned if we don't, you know what I mean? This is gonna sound really cliche, and hopefully it doesn't sound limiting, but I choose there's a lot of things people will say about you, and they will say to you and about your work and da-da-da. And constructive criticism is one thing, because when you get constructive criticism, you leave with peace. Does that make sense? Peace is the barometer. When your peace is disrupted, that's when you know, like, this voice is not for you. That criticism is not for you. It's gonna sound really simple, but I choose to believe the things God says about me. God says that I'm purposed for more, way more. You know what I mean? So even when people, well, you supposed to just do this, there's a lot I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I believe that. God says I'm beloved. You know what I'm saying? That He desires me. You know what I'm saying? That I'm purposed, I'm intentional. And it has to be, because just like you, if there was never another of you made in the past, and there, as we know, as far as we know, there will never be another Channa Virgo of this kind in the future, then it's huge that you are literally here in this time with this group of people for a reason, which will come with hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what hurt people do. But it's the intentionality of your life and your voice and your purpose. Like, I don't know how to necessarily put it in words, but like, it is so big, because it will never happen again. So it's like we have to really take advantage as much as we can in this moment. Yes. And like I said, I choose to believe the things God says about me. You know what I'm saying? And I choose to believe that if God says that the plans are not to harm me, but to give me a hope in the future, if my life is supposed to be exceedingly and abundantly above what I can even think and ask, I believe it. You know what I mean? And so that's how for me, it's a spiritual thing. That's how I'm able to kind of push through, because it is a lot to push through constantly, especially as a woman. You know what I mean? It's a great question.
Yeah, great question. I love it.